This is Stella editing afterwards. Before we delve into today's episode, I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that not being as well informed in politics is a privilege that we're all completely aware of. While we aren't as educated about certain topics, we still immensely care about what goes on in our world and how it affects people. And hopefully that message comes across today with some of the stuff we talk about in this episode.
Hello, and welcome to the XOXO the Killing Cry podcast. I'm Lila, and I'm here with all these people.
I'm Stella.
I'm Tiffany.
I'm Abby. And we have a special guest again.
Alyssa.
Yay!
It's kind of like a continuation because we're filming this all in one day. It's like part two, kind of, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking about completely different stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to start with I have bad anger issues.
Me too.
I start seeing
very bad English.
I don't.
But I think it makes me fear people like scared when I'm mad, so they don't step out of line.
Exactly.
Okay, I get like really mad easily, but I'm 99% of the time like joking. Like I will laugh anything off. Like I'm not gonna hold a grudge on someone because what's the point, right? Like what's the point of having grudges on people? Like I don't care.
I hold grudges.
I hold such big grudges. You do one thing to me, and it's like
I don't think it's not a
I
personal
think
thing.
it depends.
Yeah, same.
I think it's
like. I'm sorry, you go.
I think it's just me being like sensitive. Like I don't want to like have controversy. I forgive people so easily, which is probably bad for me. But we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna get into that.
I love conflict, but no, I know I'm not. I don't love conflict. I don't love conflict, but I find it necessary a lot, especially with grudges. I think there's a bad stigma around holding grudges because everyone thinks, oh, you just can't let anything go. Like if somebody did something like maybe accidentally tripped me or something, or like did something unintentional, or it wasn't their direct fault, fine. But if they said something to me that was really disrespectful, then I'm gonna hold that against you for the rest of your life.
It has to be
okay?
like an extreme thing they do to me for me to hold a
same.
grudge. But once I get that grudge, it's not going away.
Oh yeah, same.
Because I've been thinking like that for a while, and it's not. I'm not just gonna stop.
And every time I see their face, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
My head starts like sweating, and I'm like twitching and making me so mad.
Me too. I start like when I say I'm seeing red, I don't like. My vision gets blurry. And I start shaking.
My vision starts shaking. Every time I get mad, my vision shakes because I get like so upset.
I start shaking, and then to calm myself down, I end up starting crying because I can't I was just so disappointed in this one.
I definitely think I'm too nice. Like I can't because I don't like confronting people, but it would definitely make my life a whole lot easier. Yeah, if I saw a problem, I was like, oh, I don't really like that you said that or did that, whatever. I talk about this a lot, especially with like certain friends. But like I am too nice. I feel like when it comes to I think so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Because like I feel like everyone's like, oh yeah, she keeps the friend group together. She like always is the one to talk, always do like stuff like that, whatever. And then like you can like also bully me, and I'm not really gonna stand up for myself. Not anymore, guys. New year, new me.
Good for you.
The amount of times I've said that.
Yeah, I always said you to me.
I had a conversation with Stella about that exact thing.
Well, it's like exactly what's going on in my life right now.
Yeah, I can't say no. I can't do it.
I
think
can't
that's
say no to
one
my
thing-
mom.
One thing I'm good at, like if someone makes me mad, I tell them.
Really?
Oh, me too.
I'm like pretty good at. That's why we have these anger
all
issues.
good.
It's like those two.
Yeah.
I just need to like you need to check yourself. Like that's my issue. Like if you're a problem to a lot of people, you have to check yourself and reflect on what you just said, what you just did, and I will get so mad. And sometimes people, oh my god, one of the things that I hate about like getting mad is when like you can't really describe it because it's just a bunch of stuff pent up. Do you ever feel that?
Yeah.
Like it's so hard to describe. Just like they're like, why did they upset you? I'm like, okay, well this happened. It's not I'm holding grudges, but it reflects on their character, and that's why grudges are important.
Yes.
I understand that differently. It's
But,
like all
like,
my problems built up, and I can't explain that.
Yeah.
It's like kind of the same thing.
Oh yeah, just like a person. So
Yeah.
but I remember this one occasion where the shaking thing happened, and
That's when it started.
That's one of the first times I saw red. Yeah, I literally was this one person was just kept on upsetting me, and eventually she just did something minor that just put me on edge. And I just started shaking, and I'm like, no, I'm not going on.
It reminds me of like the cartoons where like they get mad and they just start shaking.
Yeah, like this. Comes up their ear.
It's honestly like a scary experience.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna explode.
Like it started this
Wait,
year.
who?
I noticed it. No, but like that's like so scary. Like it happened. Like it started literally this year, and somebody like said something to me, and I don't even know how bad it was, but I got so upset. And my eyes, my vision, it was all shaking, and I'm like, what the heck? Because I feel like I'm a pretty nice person.
You're an amazing,
Yeah.
amazing person.
I like to be like I'm usually like I'm never mean to people,
Yeah.
but like when they say things to me, like it's just I don't know how to handle it.
Do people see you shaking?
I don't know. I'm not like shaking. It's like my vision
Yeah,
shaking.
I'm like, oh my god.
My
That's
vision's shaking, and I start like sweating like
Me
no other. I don't know if
too.
it like stresses me out or something, but if someone says something mean to me, like I'm like,
Okay,
This is
Lila,
crazy.
what are you doing?
Lila's just looking up insane houses.
Wow. For me, it's been like, okay, so in middle school, I was like I was pretty like I would like call people out, whatever, because like it was like, oh my god, like you were so cool because you were older, you were in middle school, whatever, and like you just didn't care, whatever. I like was really obnoxious and loud in middle school, whatever.
Me too.
But
hate
now,
myself. I would
like
see
getting
red for
older, like 8th grade or something like that. Well, I think I'm bad at conflict, and I think I'm bad at like emotions because I'll like have like stuff and then I overthink about it and then I cry and then I don't ever bring it up. so it's like maybe it's just a me problem, but I've been working on it. Guys.
Good for you. Honestly, there's a lot of things like. I think growing when I was younger, I was really annoying. I was also a really bad person. And they are looking at houses right. Stop.
No, this house, this house
Oh,
is
that
so
is really
beautiful.
bad.
It has some renovations in
Only
some
we
of the
can
rooms.
insert pictures.
I know. I wish we had like the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
I love watching podcasts.
Yeah, we should film it and we'd be like,
Should we make a
this is
vlog?
the
I'll
picture
be
we're
your
looking at.
videographer.
Yeah, unless-
Different angles and everything.
oh yeah, the
Different
podcast that you can like watch on YouTube where they just sitting around
Yeah.
talking. Like,
Oh yeah,
We need, like,
I think it's
a
cute.
cool-
Plug Zane and Heath Unfiltered right now. They're the best ones.
we would need like a
We-
cool setup though.
Yeah, we
You know, they
need
have,
more
like, a couch
comfy
and
setup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead of
'cause
just like
my
looking
back-
at us like this.
Yeah.
We're all
back
circled
hurts
around
so bad.
a mic that is not set up correctly.
And our posture is just
Yeah.
unmatched right
Yeah,
now.
this is hurting
We're just like
David.
all huddled around in a little circle,
Um,
half circle actually, because there's a table there.
yeah. Why are you touring houses?
Because
What
I
were
was
we
talking
talking
about
about?
We were
how you
talking
can live
about
in the John
conflict.
Hancock building.
Oh,
And then it came up in like the other thing. But it's
Wow.
$12 million.
$12 million.
We're gonna
Easy
cut this
money.
part out.
Yeah, dish
I know,
out-
right?
dish
House
out the
plan.
cash.
Money. Oh my god. I think that everything would be better if money didn't exist.
Are we talking about communism again?
I talked about communism in journalism.
You're so
Taxes?
stuck on the fact that
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
think that a lot of people are against communism because it turns into dictatorship where someone like overrules everything, blah blah. But there's some good ideas like you could pursue the job you want instead of the job necessary to provide.
exactly,
I
yeah.
think that's a good
And
thing.
it provides like maybe like happier like mindsets for people, and it's like just a
Exactly.
better environment.
I think it creates healthier.
I just
Thanks.
think that it was definitely like in like middle school history class, it was like communism is dictatorship because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how
That's
it
what
went in like the past, and like it can't be good.
What's America? Because that's a stupid question. Like, what
Uh,
else?
No,
it's-
no. It's capitalism, but
Yeah.
there's small bits of like socialism.
Yeah.
I literally do not understand politics at all.
Oh, it's okay. I don't really either. I just like.
When I get journalism class, like none of us like politics. Like I've talked to Abby about this multiple times. Like, don't keep up with them. You know what? I
But
was
I like to argue about it.
talking about this
sometimes.
Yeah, I
earlier.
do.
Me
like
too.
to-
With like no background knowledge. Like,
I
I
don't-
love doing that.
I don't.
Oh my
I have
gosh!
no
I was talking
knowledge
about this
on
earlier with Abby. I was like, well, okay, this is like the whole. We were complaining and we were doing complaints in journalism, and I did how I hate like people who are judgmental and make it like their entire like personality, their entire like environment. Like they're gonna go and judge other people instead of like focus on themselves and like their people around them,
Yeah.
whatever. Because like I understand judgment like as a joke with your friends, whatever. Like, oh, I'm gonna like, oh my god, funny, whatever. But like people who are doing it seriously and actually being rude to others, whatever. But you know what else I hate? I hate how people are like, my mindset's correct, and I'm like, my mindset on politics is like completely correct, and you have to listen to it, and I'm gonna force you to have the same opinions as me. No, you're not, because like,
Yeah.
what the heck? I understand enlightening someone, maybe like having a compromise, but politics is just like so controversial.
It's so
and
toxic.
it's so
I
toxic.
think it's
Yeah.
really messy because you talked with my family, they'd be like, Stella's on this side and raging on that side and is like the most in the family that's on this side.
I know,
Whatever.
that's what I hear too.
But I'm like, I'm not. There's just certain things in politics there's certain things in politics that don't belong in politics. Like, I shouldn't have to argue with some other person about my right to live here as an Asian. That is not an issue. That's political. That's my life.
Yeah.
Why is that anybody's business? And I just
Volume just went down.
I just have a lot to like, and I defend myself and I defend other people because there's certain things like that's about respecting people and respecting just like that's just not part of politics.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally where it all
Never
comes from.
understood that.
It's like okay, you take a person and okay, yeah, they have these political views. Maybe like you don't agree with them, whatever, and maybe they don't agree with you. So then they proceed to tell you that you're wrong, and then they're gonna like hate on you and like give you all like this. There's so many words I can't say them.
Yeah.
They're gonna proceed to like make you like seem like a horrible person because you do this, and then they're gonna just hate on you and like be rude to you, and there's no level of respect. Okay, yeah, I think you have this opinion.
The contrast, the colors.
You are so crazy.
So nice.
It's just off topic, but like yeah, so yeah, you have opinion, whatever. Okay, but don't try to like get mad at other people because they just don't agree with you. Like not everyone's gonna agree. I think we should just like cut it out. If you are so like invested in like what you like, study about it more, learn about it more, whatever. But don't like have a closed mindset. Like have an open mindset. Like listen to, hear them out, whatever. And also like don't try to convert it. It was like the same thing with Cobra Kai. I was so mad. Was watching the new season of Cobra Kai.
Oh,
Don't
do
spoil
not
it.
spoil. I haven't watched it.
Okay, I'm just saying. Well, this has happened in like Cobra Kai. Like Daniel LaRusso like thinks that his version of karate is like the only right way. I was telling you about that earlier.
Oh wait, yeah.
I was like, he thinks that like how he does karate is like the right, and I was like, that's kind of like this politics. Like with people, they think that their mindset is the best, and it's like, but they're not open to trying new things. They're not open to like learn about something new, and but then they're gonna. That's the same movies too. People who hate on movies without watching them. That's literally what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
People who like hate on something without learning about it.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
right?
Oh
Like
man, I just think that there are certain
I was
parts.
all over the place there.
Oh, no. I love listening to you. It's like, yeah, I hate closed-minded people, and I think that, but I definitely think that's hypocritical of me to say because I do have certain ideas that are I don't know, certain political ideal, but I think that
making it toxic.
I think that the things that I believe in aren't beliefs, but just
like
basic respect.
rights.
Yeah, that's what I think
exactly.
too.
That's what I think, and I'm sorry if that comes off as a certain like political party, but I will never. It's like just because I
don't like racism or something like that. Like I feel like
just because I'm exactly
right.
just because I'm a feminist or something like that doesn't mean that
so much.
I have some idea about the economy and how that works.
Yeah.
Those will not correlate.
No,
I don't know anything.
That's
and
the
I'm-
one thing like I will politically fight about is like just being like a feminist. I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Being
Like there's
but I
literally
don't think that's like that political.
exactly.
Yeah,
like
People like-
racism, sexism, hate it all. Like I
any form of hate, disrespect.
Yeah, like
that's
what's
not
the
okay. That will
point?
never be okay.
Like literally, it's just people getting insecure because for so long it was like the white male was like the superior to everyone else, and now that it's changing, people are getting really sad. But why?
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
what's the
Point
point?
too. You're giving other people opportunity. Oh my god, I hate. See, because here's the issue. We can't. Some of the stuff like is wrong to say because we can't get political. It's not political. It's
just
human
like,
rights.
It's just literally being a decent functioning human being of society. Like no way you're gonna tell me that. Oh, because blah blah blah. Like the stereotypes hate it too.
I hate stereotypes.
Me too.
No.
Redheads aren't supposed to have souls.
Oh my
God.
god. What did you say?
Redheads.
Have you not read that? Every freckle is a soul I killed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my
I saw
god.
that. I know that's not what you meant by stereotype.
No. That was
But
funny.
it's true. Redheads do get a stereotype.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
they
like
do.
blondes. Blondes are like dumb blonde, whatever.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
women.
But like
women
women.
get a stereotype.
Or like, you know,
Blonde.
okay, I can't really say this acknowledge it, but like when you're scared, fearful, you're called this word, and when you're
And that's actually rooted
yeah,
in misogyny, by the way.
yeah, and
That's-
when you're tough and are well, there's also like I guess it's like both ways because it's like when you're rude, it's like you're the other thing.
Yeah. I hate like the whole tomboy thing too.
Yeah.
Like because you like skateboarding, you're like a tomboy.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like,
why can't
no,
you just be
just-
like
A person.
a
Yeah.
person? Like I don't know.
Have, like what the heck?
The
is
same
tomboy?
thing goes for like we talked about this before too. Like if girls can kiss their friends and it's like normal. Like if a guy kisses his guy friend, that's
Oh.
like
It's like
Or like just literally
they're
anything like
automatically
hugs. Like why?
Yeah, yeah.
Why don't like
like
guys,
guys
hug?
can't.
Yeah.
Guys can't call other
Oh,
guys do
oh my god,
anything.
I need to talk.
Like,
we
it's
need to talk
okay.
about this. We need to talk about stuff like this because guys, the idea that guys can't feel emotions.
Yeah,
is
oh
Literally.
my god,
God.
right?
Oh,
Like, what is up with that? Like, I think that seeing a vulnerable side to like a guy is like
It's
just
amazing.
seeing like a human like functioning
Yes.
thing because it's like
because what do guys talk about if you guys don't feel?
yeah,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, what do
Like,
they do?
like, if you're
It's
not gonna
okay to
cry,
cry.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay, guys.
Yeah.
Everyone has emotions.
It's
Like,
okay to feel and it's okay to cry and it's okay and
To grieve.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
that's such
God.
a big thing.
oh
Yeah.
like I remember talking with my brother and he just sort of said stuff about like because we were talking about friends we were having this really deep conversation we're both like getting sensitive and he kind of like told me that he confides in me because he can't really talk to anyone about this he can talk to his best friends of what like I don't even know how long probably 10 years he can't talk to his friends I've been friends with Alyssa for maybe as long and maybe even less than that and I can talk to her about anything I can talk about with any of you guys can talk about anything but for some reason like guys can't do that
they can't open up and they're like so
Because-
close. Like, and
because you're made fun of.
And
Like,
I
what?
understand.
Who's making fun of you?
Yeah, right?
Who's making
And
fun
I
of you? That's
understand
horrible.
like people because like my mom is like very close. She keeps her emotions to herself. Like I understand those types of people, but it's like every single. I'm not saying every single person, but it's like
Yeah, but
like most guys like have the idea that they can't open up, they can't show emotion, they can't whatever.
That's a-
And it's
like,
and
that's
it's like
society.
and then yeah, that's
Yeah.
society telling you that you can't do this, whatever. And it's like so overrated. It's like why? Like what? Where did this come from? Oh,
Yeah.
big strong man. No, you're
You don't
not.
have- you don't, and you don't have to fit these standards of what other people expect from you. Like girls
Yeah.
made this huge breakthrough just as this is evolving as women, where we get to be able to do this stuff and do boyish stuff, masculine stuff,
Yeah.
but guys haven't, and you
Yeah.
realize they're really set back.
Yeah,
It's because
it's like if a guy is acting feminine, then he's immediately like gay.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's
That's
like-
so
it's like,
dumb.
And it's like why?
Why
Like
did-
what's the point?
And
Yeah.
that like nothing
Stereotypes.
makes me more mad than when people are like mad at their kids for wanting to express themselves and then they're automatically put into a sexuality.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
I'm
I
like,
know.
Just because
know.
the 3-year-old boy wants to wear My Little Pony does not mean
Yeah,
he's like
yeah, right.
automatically gay. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
it's such an
And like it's
expression.
a way
It's
exhausting.
expression.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like a way that like you just are brought up in society. Like okay, most people marry like a girl and a boy because that's how the world works. But then there's also other people in the world too that
Or homosexual.
yeah,
or
whatever. And that's like how you're brought up as a child, whatever. But like
Yeah,
you
the
think that
default.
you basically think that the right way to live is like marrying the other gender, whatever.
queer. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
and it's like kind of like overrated because then you're making your child like you're putting your child in a position where they can't explore, they can't like find out who they like, what they like, whatever.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember seeing this thing where it's like in comparison, obviously in comparison to other like centuries and generations, we're really like progressive in a lot of this stuff, and it's amazing. But like I remember, I'm trying to think. There was like data about how everyone thinks like just because it's more open to discussion, now this is going to influence kids to not be straight. Why is that a problem?
Yes.
For the
Yeah, why
person?
is that a
Yeah.
problem?
But and second, like it said something like it's influencing kids to come out and become, and it's not even that, because after like comparing to so much other data, like when divorce became normalized, it just went up, or when this thing started, like a certain thing just started becoming more common or
less
like,
taboo. and,
yeah,
like,
exactly,
Yeah.
like less taboo, then just started increasing. That's how it is. Like, do we realize that we're putting people in safer, happier,
makes them more
better.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And they're not trying to hide it. They're just
It's like you're putting them in better situations and better mindsets and better environments,
Yeah.
and you're making it bad. You're making creating a bad environment for other people. And what are you accomplishing by that?
Yeah.
I've never understood anything like, and I completely agree with you. Like expression and when parents and families, the people who's supposed to like love you, care about you, raise you.
Yeah, they love you in quotation marks. If they're not,
Yeah.
like, how are they gonna love you but not accept you?
Exactly. I will never like. Oh my god! And what I hate the most is when people say, "I don't agree with you and I don't support it, but I won't like get in your way or something." But like,
Yeah,
they
they're
don't
like, we can
support.
still be
Yeah,
friends.
let's be
and
friends.
stuff,
Yeah,
whatever.
but no, we can't be
No.
friends.
But like, why would you even say we can still be friends? Would you not be friends with me? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
And why don't you support it? Like, what's the problem?
But I don't see like why
And
why
why
like
is it
people
even-
get so upset because it's
Yeah.
not affecting them.
And
It's
it's
like,
not say it's not their business.
Yeah.
not anybody's
like just because the boy painted his nails, like you don't have to. Like it's
Yeah,
not
Dude,
no,
same thing with that.
Like,
It's
guys
like,
wear
it's like,
makeup,
why
it's
aren't
fine.
guys allowed to paint their nails? And why have it, like, in recent years, okay, guys started painting their nails and stuff, and why has it been, like, such a, oh, you know, that's so gay. I hate that term. That is so gay.
I
What's
hate
so
it
gay?
too. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like,
Oh my
I
god.
think it is kind of attractive when guys paint their nails. Like, not even
I
gonna
think
lie.
I think
Many
that
accurate.
I think some guys though. Oh my god. There's like here's like the range of like the type of guys in society. Okay, there's really say oh that's gay and you can't open up and stuff, and then it ranges to like here's like around. I'm making a good diagram.
just like
but
the normal
no,
innocent
guys
people.
we usually talk to are like.
Yeah.
And here are like, and then it goes farther than that to guys who act a certain way for women validation. It exists, guys.
Yes.
Guys only paint some guys only paint their nails because they want girls to think it's cute. There's this one guy on TikTok. I used to have a fat crush on him, and he paints his nails, and we're like, oh, that's kind of cute. And then I went on live. I asked his pronouns, and he made fun of me. I was like, and then I said, how are you gonna like paint your nails and then make fun of my pronouns? And then he replied, he's like, when did I do that? I'm like, bro, I screen recorded your live. And he's like, and then he just didn't respond. It's because he's transphobic. He has issues. Oh, I hate.
Oh my
guys
god,
like
that just
that.
reminds me of how, like, J.K. Rowling's transphobic.
Oh my god, I hate JKR. I can
I
go the
know,
whole
right? You
tangent
know what
about
I
it.
saw? I saw like a tweet where it
I
was
like
like,
never
where it was
knew
like,
that.
if
Yeah, I
I,
knew
horrible
she
person.
was, but I didn't know what she did.
She is transphobic and she created a lot of racial and I forgot the other word, like not just racial, but like bunch of stereotypes, like for Jewish people, for Asians, and made a bunch of these like and what homophobic like she made being a werewolf a what do you call it like a metaphor for AIDS, and then made this this horrible werewolf who creeps on little boys have the werewolf syndrome because and like if you think like you can just put that together, you were putting it into these stereotypes, these horrible stereotypes that affect these marginalized communities. Are you serious? Are you that ignorant to be able to create this amazing world? Not some magical world that you're creating if you're gonna be fitting it into these horrible stereotypes. And there's like 3% of the films have POCs in them. 3%. Like that's how like that 3% is how many
of Harry
times.
Potter or what?
3% of the Harry Potter films.
Yeah, I
are
know.
one in 50.
Right.
And I'm literally like, what is going on?
I never even noticed. I usually am sleeping.
Yeah, I fell asleep in like the last.
I love reading the homies. Like, I love the world she created. I saw this tweet and I related to it so much. It's like, if I wrote a book series and like that, it was like so successful, like $1 billion company, whatever, not company, $1 billion, like whatever book series, and like had movies and everything. She's like, I would just take the money and shut up for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
Exactly.
she wouldn't just say anything.
Yeah, she
about
doesn't
it.
need to
Exactly.
talk
Oh.
about that if she's gonna be like completely right. I love the movies, hold a special place in my heart. Do I like that?
I
Hate her.
I said yeah, exactly. I separate the art from the artist.
It just
That's why-
sucks that like someone so horrible created like
Yeah.
a perfect little
I
world.
know.
Like,
it's
Perfect little world. Like, it's not that
but,
perfect.
and then like speaking of representation, it's so nice getting representation in any way, shape, or form. And
Yeah.
with like that new movie that came out, Encanto.
Yeah.
Right?
I haven't
Oh,
watched
sorry.
it.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
wanted to see it
wanted
so
to
bad.
see it so bad, and then my Disney Plus won't work, and I'm so upset.
It's
Like,
so
keep
good.
seeing
It is
TikToks
so
on it,
good.
and I
haven't
want to
watched
see
And
it.
it's so sweet
bad.
how many people are getting that representation. and it's I just find
When the
that
little
so,
kids are dressing up, it's like
it's so heartwarming. Like you get that, you have that.
I
'cause
like I
didn't
like
have
how
that.
Disney is starting to do like they did Luca and it was like Italy and stuff like that. I
Mhm.
loved Luca. I loved it so much.
Oh,
I
it
go
was
back
so
and watch it
good.
all the time. I think it's so cute.
And they have
And
like,
like
other shows like Raya, who's Southeast Asian, which was really iffy, by the way. I don't know.
I liked it.
It was really. I think of like the
it
whole.
wasn't.
It's the best.
It's like okay.
But
the only thing I don't like is like I hate when people miscast. Like
Oh,
how are you gonna write in a character who's like a certain race or certain ethnicity and then cast like someone completely different?
Yeah. I completely get that. Oh, but one of my favorite things, I want to sort of transition into your guys' topic, but one of my favorite things about like recently is how much diversity is put into certain shows like The Society. Oh my god.
Oh,
Like not The Society,
No,
the
Grand Army.
Grand Army.
Oh,
yeah.
There was Alyssa. Oh my god, because that
Army is so
representation,
good.
that representation, that I like everything about it. Like it was so.
Lila switching up.
Yeah, I've heard
Lila,
of
if you
it.
haven't watched it.
Lila, you
Watch
gotta
it.
watch
Okay,
it.
well.
Guys, if you haven't
She
seen
has a
Grand Army,
nice
go watch
job.
Grand Army.
It's
So
a
that-
perfect like I like
Yeah.
like
it got canceled for
I like
season 2.
I like how
but
the
yeah.
show like incorporated like so many things that are like so
It's
relevant.
yeah,
So
exactly.
relevant, so much
society.
representation. Oh my
It's
god.
like
And then it got
Euphoria,
canceled, are you
but like
kidding me?
less extreme.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'd like.
Maybe I'll watch
Euphoria,
it.
it kind of
Euphoria's
like
a lot.
I feel like it kind of like stresses me out.
Me too.
This
There's
is like-
one
this
scene
is
about
like-
like Harry Styles and Louis. That was like what?
Oh my
it was
god,
so
that
bad.
scene.
Oh my god.
Like
But,
I
like-
have I've never watched it, but like the like trailers. I like get like
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's worse. It's worse when you watch.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm like.
so I want a less extreme show.
Why did they include that? They didn't like
Yeah.
say anything else about that.
Did you know they also like they didn't ask like Louis Tomlinson or Harry Styles
Yeah, they
if they
did.
could
They just-
conclude it? They just put it in.
Yeah,
Like there was like something about like
Girl boss
Zendaya
babe.
on the both of them.
Zendaya had a
Oh my
narrative.
god, because I used to do that all the time, like about Harry and Louis or whatever, but like that's so weird for them to put on like a t-shirt.
Yeah, I know.
Give
Like,
them a little
like
respect.
it's one thing to
You know
be
the
like,
same thing with like in Ginny and Georgia when they were
Okay.
like oh like Taylor Swift, you go through men faster than Taylor Swift or whatever.
and then Taylor was like, "How dare you?"
Yeah,
I
Oh,
hated
yeah.
that show.
The only
Me
I
thing-
did
too.
not
Well,
stand
that and
Ginny
never have I
was-
ever.
Oh my
Oh,
god, yeah.
I hated Never Have I Ever.
Oh my god, I get so.
I like Never Have I Ever. I like that show.
Really?
I don't know.
I
It's
couldn't
like
watch it.
it's like a guilt. Like it's like a
Guilty
like
pleasure?
yeah, like it's like a guilty
No,
pleasure.
the
'cause
main
it's like
character
But no, do
just
you know
makes
my
me
guilty
Me
pleasure is
too.
the Babysitter's Club
Oh my god, I've
or
heard
the
of
Barbie
that.
Life in the Dream House.
I love
Me
it.
too. I used to watch that one in My Little Pony when I was like in middle school.
Oh, like
It
I'll
was good.
still put on Barbie Life
It
in
was
the
just
Dream House. It's such a
good.
comfort show.
Yes,
I know.
exactly. Oh, but back to Euphoria. I heard it gets like really intense.
It's like
Oh, it's so
literally in the first episode there was like 20.
Oh god.
I can't see some
You know who scares me? Nate, the guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he's scary. He's
So-
psycho.
He's like hot.
Dude,
He's hot
he's-
though, but
yeah, he's-
Is he like?
psycho.
Why is he that
I
tall?
remember I was watching because I watched I don't have like HBO Max or whatever. I started like I think I watched like the first
Yeah,
3
preschool.
episodes or something like that with my cousin. And I was like, this man, he's so creepy. Oh, I like that guy.
Oh my gosh, Sydney Sweeney. Oh my gosh, and
Oh
Jules.
my god, yeah.
Love Jules.
So are we doing
Love
spoilers?
Not
No,
because-
haven't seen the
No,
first
because
episode.
this is a new show. Like I think like Spider-Man's been a little bit next week.
Oh my god, but we didn't even talk about Spider-Man.
Euphoria.
Oh yes.
I've
Spider-Man.
never seen a show that cool. It's so
It's
cool.
just such a vibe.
It's so like, oh, I just
I'm
love
just
it.
so
Like
scared.
the
to watch
music
it.
Me
and the
too.
lighting and the way like the scenes look
Uh-huh.
and the costumes and the makeup and
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
and the plot. It's so
I
good.
definitely think the vibe of the show is like really cool.
Like the first
Or like
episode
remember,
different.
had, like,
Euphoria
a
could have been a
brain.
football theme.
What?
Euphoria could have been a football theme or something.
Oh, like the dress up?
Yeah,
Like, okay, I was like, what
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Because it's just that much of a vibe.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying like
Oh,
I'm
I
sorry,
see.
Euphoria like should
Oh,
be
like
football.
a football
Yeah,
game.
I was like, why would they
Yeah.
put it around football if it doesn't make much
Yeah.
sense?
I love
All
love
American.
Yeah.
What?
I love
Oh
on
my
like
God.
TikTok when I see like people doing Euphoria like theme parties.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
Oh,
sick,
that's
guys.
okay.
Let's have one.
Yeah,
For my birthday, this Friday.
Your birthday's this Friday?
Oh shoot, yeah. Forgot about
Guys,
that.
I'm
That's
trying to
so
convince her to have another
exciting.
banger.
No,
Yeah, do it. That'd be so fun.
No, just
And
go
Euphoria
out
will
to dinner.
all- we
Let's
can
all
all
go to
do-
sushi, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wait,
she's
actually,
allergic to seafood.
actually,
You
I'll
are?
go. This silence.
What's
Oh
your-
wait, by the time
I
this
love
episode,
sushi.
wait,
I know too.
Let's sing Happy
I love
Birthday.
seafood.
And it's a 3-day weekend this weekend.
Oh yeah, by the time this episode comes out, I will have been 16 for, I'll say 4 days. 3 days.
Wow.
5 days.
I've been
I don't know.
16 for
We should have
like
a
2 months.
Euphoria birthday. That'd be so fun.
But I've never seen it. Why would I? Oh, there's
Oh.
this one
I'll
thing.
help you decorate.
Yeah, we'll go
whenever-
in there. We'll bring the lights. We'll bring like everything.
Yeah, you have the lights for it.
Yeah.
We should definitely do like a birthday dinner or something though.
Oh yeah, I might.
Invite
Chipotle.
me. Pick a good restaurant. I forgot what I was gonna say like a long time ago.
Guys, I
It was
can
like
do my
going
makeup.
back
I
to
have
like the
gems.
whole it was going back to the whole like TV shows like the whitewash thing and stuff like that. I was like, you know what I would just love if we just stopped it. Like, can we just like incorporate like in every movie?
Oh, yeah,
Why is it always like white main character?
Yes.
White
That's
cast.
a good question.
Well,
I don't
and,
like that. I
Yeah,
wish it was
right.
like
why
mixed all the
can't
time.
why can't it just
Oh my
always
God.
be mixed? Like
Oh.
why does it always have to be white
Oh,
people?
wait, I have like a really good point here.
Oh yeah.
That was
So we were talking
one
like
of the, I did
That's
that.
iconic.
That was
this is kind of like what my English paper is on like right now. It's about like how entertainment is kind of like more downplaying like people and stuff. And I was like thinking of all these like casts and like Austin and Allie. Like it kind of like made me realize like you got Trish. No one likes her, and Trish is like plus size and she has like long
And
dark
she's like
hair
and she's like Hispanic.
yeah, she's Hispanic. And then you got like Allie, and everyone loves her. And Allie's
Oh my
like,
God, wait,
tall and
that's-
thin.
I completely
Yeah.
agree with you because oh my God. Okay, so I'm on like Twitter a lot, and people like make say like book characters or something, and then you create like an edit to like show everyone what they look like, and
Oh, I've
one
seen those.
person like, and every time, and you make your character and you make what they're like. Every time it's like this really sweet, perfect, her favorite color pink. This girl is amazing. It's this white blonde girl. Why is that always?
Yeah.
Always that girl, and
Yeah.
it makes me so upset because like
My favorite color is pink.
yeah, exactly, like there can never just be like I completely agree with you. I've thought about that so much.
And it's
Where
so
it's always
much in Disney shows.
it's always like
Yeah. Like especially like the older ones.
Yeah,
the
like
older
from
ones,
when we
yeah.
were.
No,
Yeah, I
like,
haven't
the
seen
same
like
thing
a
with
lot of
Harry
recent
Potter,
Yeah,
ones.
me either.
Like why was Cho Chang like the only Asian representation?
and
then-
she was in
and then-
Ravenclaw,
And
the smart house. Oh my God!
No, and also she was also like everyone ended up hating her because
Harry
she
Potter.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
snitched
I
and
know,
stuff.
that's
Yeah.
one of the points in Harry
Me too.
Potter.
I was like, I don't
In Harry Potter,
remember
it is
Ravenclaw.
rooted with misogyny. Every
Yeah.
single girl
I'm a
that's
Teen
not the
Titans
main
girl.
character,
Raven.
Hermione. Every single, I'm so sorry. I
I
don't
was
know.
like,
I don't
We're
know
starting our
what
own little side
Yeah,
conversation.
okay,
Okay,
sorry.
sorry. There we go.
So, but like every character in Harry Potter except for Hermione, the girl that's not like other girls,
Yeah.
is
She's annoying.
J.K.R. puts a reason to like not like the character, and
Exactly.
it's rooted in misogyny.
And,
From
like,
Cho
most of
Chang
them-
to
Or like the two twins.
yeah, the
like,
twins
Yeah. And they're
and-
like ethnic whatever.
Yeah, they're
and
Indian,
they're
yeah.
not. Yeah.
and who else was it? Or like Lavender, she's like annoyed. She's oh my God, it makes me so annoyed. It makes me horribly annoyed. Just like how things were. Oh yeah, and No Way Home. Spoiler alert. That was the first time I've seen Filipino representation on screen, and I almost cried about it. I did cry about it because it was just like whenever I think about it, I was like, I've never had that before, and like no one will like, or like whenever I think about Olivia Rodrigo, representation matters, and I never really thought about like I always thought it's good to have diversity, but I never really felt it until I started watching these things and hearing these people who are also Filipino, who've gone through the same things, and just that relatability. Going to a predominantly white school in a predominantly white town, it's like I like Alyssa and I. Part of our foundation of our friendship is the fact that we go through such similar experiences, and like growing up, being how we were raised. It's like I literally talked to my dad about it. It's like no one will ever understand that, and that's not obviously that's not directly anybody's fault, but just like, it's such an amazing
I think
feeling
it
to
is.
have it.
I think it is people's fault.
Yeah,
I think it's the media's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
like, if you just look at every single children's show and the toys you had, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I think all kids should have toys of all colors, like
Yeah,
all
right.
races, because I think that it
And
teaches
like the
them
Barbie,
to love everyone.
the Barbie
Yeah.
is like the skinny
Yeah,
blonde
literally.
girl.
Yes,
she-
exactly. That's what I'm
She
saying.
couldn't even be alive if she was real. Like
Yeah.
her proportions are like.
Oh, I've seen
my
that
God.
video.
I didn't know what you're talking about. Right?
Yeah, and yeah, that like set like horrible beauty standards on like Or
Oh,
like
beauty
why?
standards. Oh
Yeah,
my
like
God.
why is like the Barbie always skinny? Like why is she?
Yeah,
I like
I
that
don't
there's
think I've.
curvy Barbies now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I have not. Like I haven't ever seen like a curvy Barbie. Well,
Oh, no.
maybe it's just because I'm older.
Oh
But
no, they're out now.
I
Really?
like
Because
I've
they're
been in the
because
store
Yeah,
now.
because I think I really remember.
it's literally
buying
horrible.
Them.
It's literally
Like
like
my cousin.
body
Yeah.
shaming.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like
and it,
okay,
and
from
it
a young
raises,
age, this is how you're gonna look when you're older.
Exactly, and it raises kids to have so much internalized like issues.
Exactly.
Like internalized
That's what I was
racism,
gonna
internalized
say.
fat phobia. Like I remember growing up wishing I was white. You know,
Yeah.
like that was like literally. I wish I was the girl because I wish I was like Barbie. You know, I wish I was like this girl on TV show, and I wish I could like I could be liked the way this girl's liked in this
No, I
media
never,
that I'm given. You know, and that I'm raised on.
I definitely never like had that like thing where I was like, oh, I wish I was white because I do like fit like I'm pretty fair skinned. Like I'm like a brunette. I'm not obviously like the perfect little blonde fair skinned girl, but whatever. But like I always had like the thing where I was like with like parents and stuff. I was like, oh, like I kind of wish like I just like grew up in like a regular household, like regular in quotation marks. Because this is my regular. Like, okay, yeah, my family, they can be crazy, they can be loud, whatever, and they have get-togethers. But that's because that's what they do. When I go to Peru, like, it's like crazy, like even crazier over there. And it's just my mom having her way, bringing over all of her Peruvian friends, like have a get-together with all of our like food. Like it's not a problem. Like going there, it's her life. It's like what she deal with. And then you know what else I hate? I hate when people are like, well, you know, it's America, and they're like, oh, like, you know, like you guys are like immigrants or whatever, like
everyone.
Everybody is.
literally every single person in America is an immigrant. I don't even want to hear that
Native
argument.
Americans.
Exactly.
Every person is. That's like literally what like U.S. history really like made
Yeah,
me
I know.
realize what America is. Like how
Exactly.
like it's honestly like how America came was like disgusting. Like genuinely, but like I don't think like we are all immigrants. Like
literally.
stop hating on just one specific like race. Like
Yeah, it is so.
And
We
like
all
stop
came
how
here, like, the
stereotyping
same
everyone
way.
too.
Yeah,
Like,
like how unfair they treat indigenous people for like we're the ones who came in.
Yeah, we
No
came in
reason.
and we pushed them all away and we
Yeah.
treated them horribly.
I know, it's like, oh my god.
In religion, oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like, when I was learning about all this stuff,
Oh my
like,
god, it's so bad.
it's so
You're like, oh my
bad.
god.
Like it was like the Indians, like just like they did not want them to like do like anything, and it's like it's sickening to hear. And honestly, like I think we need to like I think we're a little stuck in like some of those ways, and we just need to like keep up with this inclusivity. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to watch
There's
some like
really
new
no
kids shows to
point.
see if it's like
I've
that anymore.
I've never understood racism. I've never understood there's a superior race. What do you even mean by that? Like, how are you gonna base a person off of their race?
Yeah.
I'm gonna base people off of
Your
their personality,
your
their
choices, your character, like
Yeah.
who you befriend. Like
What are you
that's what I'm
talking-
judging you
like
off of.
I've
Yeah.
never understood it. Okay, yeah. Sorry that you know I'm whatever, like Asian or black or whatever. Like it's no point. No
There's
point. There's literally no point.
Nothing is accomplished by like. What does that have to do with you? What does that have to do with you? What does that have to do with your life? And like it makes no
It's like how I
sense.
feel about everything. Like back to like the whole like sexism thing. Like that's like it's literally like if it's not affecting you, why do you
why do you
care?
care so much?
Yeah. Or like stereotypes too, where it's like, oh, this certain group of people is not good, like they're not good workers, or this certain people like have this lifestyle, they live here,
Or
they
they
do
get a
this.
certain job.
But okay,
I hate that.
first of all, the whole hood lifestyle and like how you're stereotyping certain, you know, ethnicities and races into like where they live is because people have had racism in their life for so long where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna hire you because you're white and not you because you're a person of color, and then they're gonna proceed to say that these group of people are lazy, not like hardworking or anything.
Yes, exactly.
But it's because they can't get a job because you're not letting them because you're so stuck because you're racist.
Oh my god, yes.
Literally.
I completely agree with you. Like you created the society for certain people to be in this certain situation, and now you're gonna judge them because
Yeah,
you're
set
the
it up.
one who did did
You
that.
set it up
That's-
this way, and you're like,
And
you're
now,
like, why
and
is it
now
this
you're
way?
gonna judge
I
them.
understand.
Back to the judgmental thing, guys. Now you're gonna
Oh.
judge them after you set it
Yeah.
up this way. What?
Oh man, I completely
No,
agree with you.
It's same thing goes with like clothing because like back then 90s or whatever, you could be Hispanic or black. You're wearing Jordans, baggy clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
You got called ghetto for that. And now,
Yeah.
like
Oh, and now it's
I
like
really
the
think that.
standard, and now it's like that's
He
the B
doesn't
standard. That's like
even- yeah.
nice. It's only nice because they're white.
It's literally, it's all, honestly, it's all revolving around media, I think. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
everything from media.
It's society, medias, and everyone who's trying to influence
Yeah,
them.
media
Yeah.
influences every single person, whether it's through a newspaper, a magazine, social
media.
media,
TV
TV shows,
Toys,
like
all of that.
toys.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I never
Movies.
had like a Barbie of color,
Yeah,
anything.
same.
know.
and I think that's so like
I didn't even
that's
think
so
that
weird.
existed.
I
Yeah, I
literally,
didn't
know that
I
existed.
literally had
I
one
don't think it
Barbie
did.
that had like
Yeah.
brown hair,
Yeah.
and she was my favorite, and she was
Yeah,
like little,
Silverman
she was
is
like
my
tanner.
Asian.
She was like tanner. She was like, but like whatever. Like all my Barbies were the blonde skinny girl, and I had like one Barbie that was like a little tanner. She had brown hair. I loved her. She was my favorite. I used her every time. That one's mine.
Exactly. That's how it was with like Pixie Hollow characters. Oh, Silver Mist, I would love her. I was like, oh my god, like I don't know why, but like she's just my favorite. It's because she's Asian. It's like she's the only. Oh my god.
And like even like I like being like having race is so much more important than like hair color. But like but literally like there was like it was always just blonde. It was just blonde, and like there was nothing ever like else. Like I never had anyone that looked like me either. Cause I always felt like bad, like cause I was so pale. Like and there was like never a pale like redhead either. Like
I still
Oh my god! And Barbie Life in the Dream House.
I've never seen a redhead Barbie.
like I'm not saying I'm not discriminating
I
against. Like
think
do
I've
not
seen
take that the wrong
the
way.
one that like is because of Barbie Life in the Dream House. There was a one.
Oh, the midge, the nerdy
Yeah.
one.
What is with these stereotypes?
Yeah, the one
you
who likes
know?
the one who likes croquet and everything. She's weird and everyone doesn't like her. So like, yeah, that's the redhead I want.
My
But
dad.
even I haven't even seen her.
Yeah.
It's
That's like well. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. There's been a lot of more representation in like Marvel and Disney, and sometimes he's like, but that doesn't make any sense because of the stereotypes. Because he's like, oh, why is this character playing this character
Exactly.
if like that's their race? I'm like, what? Like that makes no sense. And it's all based on stereotypes. And like now, certain media is trying to break it, and they can't because and like older generations just can't see that happening.
Because so fixated on the
Yeah.
idea of
And they
what
set it up that way.
America was.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's their fault that this is
Yeah.
all happening. Oh my god, I hate
People.
Yeah.
people,
I know.
media.
I just hate like society.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
literally.
you guys, horrible.
Yeah.
I'm about to go home and like finish this English paper and be like, with all my new points,
Yeah.
why the media
Like,
sucks.
you know,
Yeah, I'll
like,
send you the
with,
thing,
like,
and then you can
toys.
just like get on it.
It was like American Girl doll, which was like really like inclusive at the beginning. Because I remember they had like a doll for like
Yes,
each
Yeah.
thing.
American
I
Girl
loved
did it right.
American
Did it
Girl,
right.
guys, you should follow them.
I was always scared
And
of the dolls.
No, and then as time went on, like they just got better. Like
Yeah.
they just like you know, I loved looking at like the American Girl doll catalogs, and you would see like the lookalikes and all of them in the rows, and I was like, oh my god, I want this
That
one.
never like I always think of like American Girl really did it.
Yeah,
right.
American.
Good for them.
I always
Oh my
think about
God.
that too, because I was like, well, I always got the ones that looked like me, so I had like Samantha, Rebecca, and then I had a lookalike.
Yeah, I had Rebecca.
Yeah, and but like that was perfect for like little girls who wanted a doll that looked like them, like who wanted like whatever, because like Barbie wasn't gonna do it. Sorry, Barbie, we're not together. So
And they had the red hair. I have a doll that has red hair actually.
Yeah.
Just not a Barbie.
Yeah, and like not only did they like include like okay, yeah, like certain race, whatever, but they also included like what went into like that race, like
Oh, and those
and like the
books.
time, and they had
Yeah.
books, and they had the timeline, like it was.
They had like
was,
everything. Like
Yeah, if it
Rebecca
was-
was Jewish.
Yeah,
And, like they
Yeah,
had like
Rebecca was Jewish. Yeah, I remember reading
Yeah.
her books. Yeah, and like the outfits were like
Oh,
set
yeah,
for
the
their
outfits,
time,
yeah.
like
Oh.
whatever.
Their like culture.
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever.
They
Oh,
like put in the
wow.
books like stuff about Hanukkah, so I knew like a lot about
Really?
a lot
I
of
don't
Jewish
know.
stuff.
No, yeah, because
Yeah.
I have like every single Rebecca book. Well,
Yeah.
like, at least the old ones. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's like new ones and stuff, but I had like every single Rebecca book, and I always loved to like flip to the back and like the pictures,
Yeah.
and I always thought it was so cool. But yeah, Rebecca's Jewish. She's pretty cool. I also like
They-
loved the Samantha movie. That doesn't even
I
like
love
have
the
any
Kit
correlation.
movie.
But
Like I
I
always
love
thought
the
that was
McKenna,
it was like with the Great
The
Depression.
gymnast girl. Yeah.
Oh, oh
The
my
what?
god, that girl
The
was so
gymnast
dramatic
girl.
though. She was like,
She
I
was.
broke my arm, my life is over. Like no one
And
is
then
like
she'd get, like, a
facing pain
tutor.
like me. I have to have a tutor. And
Yeah.
then she was all mad. She was like in a wheelchair. I was like, oh my god.
Damn.
Like girl, like suck it up.
She
You're
was so
fine.
annoying.
It is 5 minutes past our.
Oh yeah, my
Oh,
mom was
amazing.
texting me.
I'm so sorry for keeping you guys late. Well, this was a really good episode.
This is
I
actually I
think
think our best yet.
I think
This
a
was
really
a good
efficient
one
episode.
for.
Good
Well,
one for the
like,
books.
I'm sorry if you disagree, but we're kind of correct because all we said was to be inclusive, guys. So stay kind, like Harry Styles says.
My mom.
Trivial kindness.
Yeah.
I think that this entire episode people will call it political, but it's like I said,
It's
on
just-
controversial.
I mean, we really didn't talk
It's
about like
literally-
Democrat,
no,
Republican, like
it's
nothing.
not-
like
it's
that.
nothing
No,
related to
It's
that.
not
We're not
controversial.
talking
It's just
about
being a
decent,
decent human being.
It's
A nice,
decent,
kind, decent human being.
decent, inclusive,
Yeah.
nice kind of human. Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Treat people
Um,
with kindness, guys.
Okay. We will talk to you in the next episode.
Who
Wanna
knows
start us off?
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like tune in, listen to our other episodes. Keep giving us views.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was our Kaylin Cryer podcast episode XOXO.